Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Dinma, and so I just quickly want to create kind of like a Valentine inspired makeup look, not something too over the top, just like a soft glam look for those of you that will be going out on Valentine's Day. So you can just recreate this makeup look, because I can assure you the makeup look is so bomb, and it's light and soft and really pretty. So let's just get into the video before I keep on talking. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my brows. I hardly show my brows in my videos because it takes a lot of time, but today I'm kind of doing like an easy brow. This is the laminated brow look, so it's really easy on like the sculpted one, so that's why I showed it in the video. So I just slicked down my brows using a hair wax, and I already laminated my brows previously before I started the video, so it was really easy for them to lay down flat. And then I went in to just fill in some sparse areas with a gel product, a brow gel product. And now I'm going to conceal underneath using the Elegant Pro concealer in the shade Cool Tan, and I'm using this brush from this is from Reed Techniques. I don't know why I say this in every video. Most of my brushes are from Reed Techniques, so Reed Techniques and ABH. And for the shadow brushes, I think they are from Anmo. Yeah, it's a company. They have their website on AliExpress, so if you just search for them on AliExpress, you find them. They're also on Amazon. So I'm just using my foundation shade to conceal the top of my brows, and yeah, I'm going to blend that out. Moving on to our eyeshadow, I'm going to apply my eyeshadow base, and I'm using a concealer for this process. And the concealer I'm using is from Blossom, and this is their lightest concealer shade. And I'm going to just place a little amount of that on my lid and buff it out using a big fluffy brush. For eyeshadow, I'm going into the Morphe palette, and I'm going to use the first I'm using the transition. What the okay guys, I can't talk. All right, I'm using a transition shade from that palette. It's like a very light brown shade, and then I'm going in with a deeper brown shade at the outer corner of my eyes, and I'm also taking that into the crease and blending it into the transition color we first applied. And I'm building the product up little by little, as you can see, because if you just like pack it on at once, it's going to be very hard for you to blend out, and your blending is not going to be seamless. So I go in little product at a time and work my way up. Now I'm adding the black shadow to the outer V, because I just want to add a little bit of depth to the outer corner, and give it that depth. Yes, so I'm just adding it to the outer corner. I'm not taking it into the crease at all. I'm only placing it at the outer V, and I'm buffing it out. Now I'm applying just a little bit of concealer to our lid area, because I really want the shadow I'm going to apply to pop out. This is not a cut crease or anything, though it's going to be like a cheat cut crease, because I'm going to use the shadow I'm going to apply there to create kind of like a cut crease, but it's not a cut crease in itself. You guys will see what I'm doing. I don't know how to explain it. So I just applied the concealer, blended it out, and now I'm going in with this light baby pink shade from the same palette, and I'm just going to apply that. And as you guys can see, I'm almost mimicking the a cut crease shape, but it's not a cut crease. Now I'm just going to blend the black into the pink shade so that we have a seamless blend. And I'm going back in one more time with all the shadows, just to re-intensify everything and make sure everything is well blended out. Now I'm going to create a liner. This is a half liner, a very thick one, and it's not a wing liner. I just want to create that kind of like a half wing, a half liner shape. You guys will see what I'm talking about. Most of the time I don't know how to explain what I'm doing, but when you watch, you see what I'm doing. So basically I'm just like creating a black line to conceal a large blend. now we're going to lash band, not blend. Now we're moving on to the face, and yeah, I'm going to prime my face. I already moisturized, and I added some vitamin C serum at the beginning of the video, which I showed you guys, but I moisturized off camera. Now I'm applying the primer. This primer is from Blossom. This is the Pro Set primer, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face using a brush to do that. And moving on to foundation, I'm using the foundation from Blossom. This is a nude story foundation in the shade Golden Tan. Yeah, most of my products are from Blossom. It's an affordable makeup brand, a Nigerian owned brand, so I love to support my own people. Yes, and their products are super bomb. The quality is great and it's affordable. So yeah, I just warmed the foundation on the back of my hands, and I'm using my finger to spread it all over my face before I'll go in with a brush to blend it out. And guys, I'm breaking out so much around my forehead. It's that time of the month again, so I have lots of breakouts on my face. So yeah, I'm using this brush from ABH. It's a clean brush. I'm going to use that to buff out and blend the foundation in place. Most of the time, I don't like using a beauty blender to blend out my foundation because I feel like it soaks away the product, though it gives a smooth and flawless blend, but it takes away more than half of the product. And so if I want a very full coverage on my foundation, which I really need at this time because of the breakouts, I'm going to use a brush to do that. If I was going for a light to medium coverage, I'm just going to use a beauty blender. But since I want a full coverage, because I really need it, as you guys can see, I really need it, so I'm using a brush which is not going to take away the product, but rather it's going to push it into the skin and just give me that full coverage that I'm going for. So yeah, I'm just going to blend everything. Make sure I blend around my forehead into my hairline to avoid that weird demarcation. So yeah. Now I'm applying the contour, and I'm using the same foundation brush to blend out the contour. Normally when I'm blending out my contour, if I'm using a cream product, I have a contour brush for that, but I'm using my foundation for this video because, like I said, I want everything to be soft and light, so I just wanted to use the foundation brush so at least the contour isn't looking as harsh. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it works well. And now I'm just blending out my nose contour using the flat dome brush like that. And for our concealer, I'm using two concealers from Elegant Pro. Excuse me. One is in Cool Tan and the other one is the yellow corrector. The yellow corrector is really brighter compared to the Cool Tan. So the Cool Tan is just like my regular highlighting shade. Yeah, it's like 2 shades lighter than my skin tone, so that's perfect for my highlighting shade. So I'm just going to place that everywhere I want to highlight, and then we're going to go in with a beauty blender to blend that out. Although I waited for for 2 minutes or 3 minutes to give the concealer time to sit and increase the full coverage and thickness of it. So whenever I'm blending my under eye concealer, I like to take it into the sides of my nose contour to kind of sharpen up the nose contour, and also it helps with the nose contour. So as you guys can see, it just like made the nose contour a little bit more pronounced, and it also helped to snatch my nose. So yeah, it's a good thing to bring your concealer up to the sides of your nose. You don't necessarily need to place the product directly on the sides of your nose. You can just place it under your eyes, and when you're working your beauty blender there, you can just bring the excess products down to the sides of your nose, if that makes sense, because I don't really like to apply too much product around my nose area. I tend to like try as much as possible to apply less product on my nose because I break out a lot around my nose. So if you guys saw me blending my foundation, I didn't apply any foundation directly to my nose. I just used the excess on the brush on my nose. Now I'm going to apply the other shade of the concealer, which is the yellow corrector, and as you guys can see, it is super bright, and I really wanted like a bright under eye for this video, so I only placed it underneath my eyes, and that is it. So I'm just going to blend and, you know, buff it out, and I'm just going to keep it in place. I'm not dragging it out, I'm only leaving it there directly there under my eyes. So I'm not dragging it out to the sides of my eyes, no, I'm leaving it there in place. So it's just like I'm pushing it into the skin rather than spreading. So I'm really pleased with how the blending turned out. And to set a concealer in place, I'm using the Sacha buttercup, but first I'm going to go back in one more time with the beauty blender to blend out any creases that has formed with time. And now to blend, I'm taking off the excess powder of the beauty blender, and I'm going to set the concealer in place to make sure it doesn't move throughout the day. And also we have like a flawless and, you know, smooth, crease free under eye concealer base, whatever that means. And I'm just setting every other place we applied concealer. And to set the rest of my face, I'm using a powder. This powder is also from Blossom, and I'm using this brush. I think this brush is from Bobbi Brown. I've had it for like over a year or two, and I love that brush, like it's my baby. So I'm just going to set every other place so to get rid of the oil and shine. And yep, that's what I'm doing. Just watch. Okay, so now I'm going to intensify my contour and bronze at the same time, if that makes sense. So I'm using that shade from the powder palette I showed you guys, and I'm just, you know, using a small angle brush like this. It's very fluffy, and I'm just going to, you know, work my way up and, you know, add to my, intensify my contour and bronze at the same time. Okay, so it's time for a reverse contour, and I'm using a translucent powder. This powder is from, I think, Mercier. I don't know. I'm just going to have to check and put that in the description box. So I'm just, you know, doing a reverse contour and baking at the same time. So I'm placing the powder underneath my cheekbones and the sides of my nose and the bridge and tip of my nose. Now back to the eyes. I already tightlined my eyes using a black gel liner, and now I'm adding a black shadow to the waterline, just to the lower lash line rather, you know, to avoid smudges and everything, you know, just to complete the eye look and everything and tie everything in together. So first I went in with the black, then I went in with the second dark brown shade we used on the outer V, and then I went in with the transition shade. So that is it. That's what I'm doing basically. So now I'm going to dust away our bake, and to do that I'm going to use a powder. You don't want to just, you know, go in with a brush and dust away your powder. It's going to like take away some of your base. So what you want to do is coat your brush with a little bit of your face powder, and, you know, slightly go over the baking, and, you know, it's just like it's going to help take away the bake, and at the same time it's going to still give you that coverage, and it will not mess up your base. Yeah, so I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to add a white shadow to the tear duct area or the inner corner of my eye, and it's a white shadow, not a powder. It's a white shadow because I really want it to be really bright. First, I'm going to go in with the packing brush. I'm going to pack on the white shades there and blend, and then I'm going to go in with the fluffy brush, just to make sure the product is not just like there sitting there on top of my face, to make sure like it is light and blended well. Okay, it's time for blush, and for blush I'm using a very light pink blush. This is a powder blush from Ushas, and it's really pigmented, like very pigmented. And I don't know, it didn't come off as like really pink on camera, but in real life it's like a very light subtle pink but really pigmented. But I know it's showing off a little bit as red on camera. I don't know why. It's not a red blush. So I'm just going to apply the blushes to the apples of my cheek and blend them out. And now it's time for lashes, and for lashes I'm using this ones from Msmetics, which is in the style Afra. Before I apply my lashes, I'm going to coat my own natural lashes with some mascara, just to make sure it blends in well with the falsies and it sticks to the falsies. And now lashes are on, and I'm just like setting them well in place, and I'm really pleased at this point with how the look is coming out. Like, I'm really pleased with the look. It's just super soft and really pretty. It's not just like too soft, it's soft to a point, but still a statement. So now I'm going to set my face using the elf mist and set spray, and I don't directly spritz this on my face. I just like spray it around my face, and then I just put my face, like walk into the spray. I don't like to spray it directly on my face. Like, I move my hands like a few inches away from my face, and then I spritz it in the air and just like walk in there. Now for highlight, I'm going with the Morphe highlight, and guys, I was shocked. It's not my first time using this highlight, by the way, but I don't know, it's every time I use it, it kind of like surprises me. The glow, the intensity of the highlight surprises me, and yeah, so that was why I was making that face. So I'm just going to apply this to the high points of my cheekbones, and yeah, I applied a little bit too much there, but I'm just going to soften it up using the beauty blender, just to make sure it's not dark boom in your face, because like I said, this was supposed to be not supposed to be. This is a soft glam for the Valentine's Day. So I'm going to apply some highlights to the chin and the cupid's bow, and also the bridge and tip of my nose. For my nose, I'm going in with a smaller brush so I can be really precise and have control of the placement of the highlights. Okay, so it's time for our lips, and I'm going to I'm going to line my lips using a brown lip liner. This is a very dark deep liner, and you can use any liner of your choice. This is like my go-to lip liner for a nude lip, so whichever lip liner suits you, that you love best, your favorite lip liner for a nude lip, just go with that. I'm just going to line my lips. I don't overline my lips. I follow the natural outline of my lip. I think I only overline my cupid's bow, just to sharpen up the cupid's bow, but I didn't overline any other place. I followed the natural outline of my lip. And then, sorry guys, I have kata. If you hear me sniffing and all of that, and if my voice is a little bit grumpy or whatever, I have kata. And yeah, so I'm just going to line and then fill out the outer edges so the lipstick blends in easier. And now I'm going in with this nude lipstick. It's a pink nude lipstick, and it's a liquid lipstick. It's nude, it's pink. So I'm just going to apply that to the center of my lips, and smudge my lips together to blend it into the lip liner, so everything is just smooth and blending into each other. So I'm just going to go back in one more time with the lip liner to, you know, add some more to it and just make it more pronounced. And just cleaning up. That's what I'm doing. I'm just cleaning up and sharpening everything up. And yeah, that's it. So guys, this is the finished look. I am so pleased with how this makeup look turned out. Like, I just envisioned the look in my head. I'm like, I want to do something for Valentine, like a Valentine's Day soft glam, but I don't want the red. Rather, I want like a soft baby pink, kind of look. And yeah, I envisioned it and I created it. So I'm really loving it. And the brows too are super beautiful. The eyes are gorgeous. Those lashes, breathless. The lips just tied in with the eyes, and everything is just super beautiful and pretty. And I really love the look, and I hope you guys do, because I created this look for you guys, and I hope you can recreate whenever you're going out on Valentine's Day. If you're going out on a dinner or party or whatever, just recreate this look, and I'm sure you will turn heads with this look. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in today. I really love you guys, and I cannot wait to create more videos for you guys. Just subscribe and follow me on all social media, and bye.